Have you ever thought about investing for the betterment of your financial future? Today, we're going to explore some important tips and facts to avoid during investing. Investing involves the acquisition of securities, real estate, and other assets that grow in worth over time, with the goal of generating income or profit. Keep watching till the end to grasp these must-know facts. First, let us move into the do's. Number 5. Know your taxes. Every investment that you do involves expenses. Among all the costs, taxes can affect the most and consume the most of your refunds. But you should know that investing methods which are tax efficient can reduce your tax liability and increase your bottom line. Regardless of whether you want to create income or save for retirement, the very same tax brackets that apply to regular income apply to gains on investments held for 1 year or less. Also, short-term gains are generally taxed more heavily than long-term gains. The most important variables influencing returns are investment choice and asset allocation. This is because the money you spend in taxes is lost. You miss the capital growth that money may have produced if it had remained invested. Also remember that pre-tax returns are less important than after-tax returns. You will be spending those after-tax funds both now and in retirement after all. Tax-efficient investment is essential if you want to optimize your profits and preserve more of your money. It involves picking the appropriate investments and holding them in the appropriate accounts. The two primary categories of investment accounts are accounts that are tax-advantaged and taxable. Number 4. Do your own studies. Never be afraid to believe your instincts. Before taking any new steps in your financial journey, it's crucial to conduct your own research. Try not to rely on your investment decisions primarily on emails, message board posts, or company news releases. Try to assess the offerings and business model of the organization before making an investment. Although you personally know the individual socially, take the time to research the person promoting the investment prior to your investment. Always check to see if the salespeople are authorized to offer securities in your area and if they or their companies have ever run into problems with authorities or other investors. Their financial history should be transparent and reliable. Also be careful when dealing with people. Some people might not suggest you the best. Remember, the loyalty is expensive and hard to be found. Number 3. Plan beforehand. You can expand your assets and ensure your future and the futures of your loved ones by developing a strategy with the aid of an effective investment plan. Investing is about safeguarding your future, and in order to achieve that, you must understand your financial condition right now. Planning an investment portfolio gives one's financial decisions purpose and direction. It enables one to realize how each financial choice impacts various financial variables. You can think about and analyze the short-term and long-term implications of financial decisions on your life goals by looking at each one as a component of a larger picture. Therefore, try to plan well before you invest. Never hesitate to seek help and advice whenever necessary. Number 2. Saving money. Have you ever considered what you would do with your saved money? Why not invest? There are many different strategies to increase your savings. Examples include automatic saving, coin saving, banking savings, or refunds. It's advisable to consider investing additional dollars to grow your money after you've saved money for emergencies. Consider your immediate and long-term objectives. Given that savings can increase over time, it's crucial to give your long-term savings plan some thought. If you keep your money in an account for a long time, it'll grow over time, giving you the chance to invest. You can invest your long-term savings to increase the value of your money. So from now on, start saving money. Some good tips would be resigning from any memberships and subscriptions that are not necessary, using an app to automate your savings, and if you have a consistent paycheck, setting up automated payments for your expenses. Number 1. Increase the diversity of your portfolio. Diversification can support you in risk management and to invest with confidence. It can enhance financial security. Choosing a risk you can cope with will help you avoid making expensive mistakes. Sustaining risk levels over time requires rebalancing. Try to diversify your portfolio within each of these different investment kinds and have a well-balanced blend of stocks, treasuries, and other investments. One of the most important components of your long-term investment success is establishing and maintaining your planned asset allocation. Then try to regularly review your portfolio. You should at least review your asset allocation every year or if your financial situation drastically changes, such as when you leave your job or receive a sizable bonus. Whenever you need to realign your assets, you should do it during your checkup. Now you know the do's. Let us see the points that you should avoid when investing. Number 5. Do not invest too early. Never put millions that you cannot afford to lose. Learn how to safeguard your resources from risk and uncertainty. Saving, even though it will not generate much interest, is an approach with a lower risk for putting money away in a safe account until you really need it. A higher risk strategy is investing, which involves putting money into things like treasuries, stocks, and mutual funds with the hopes of earning interest, dividends, or a value increase. By assembling a financial portfolio with savings, retirement accounts, insurance, and real estate, you can reduce investment risk. Try to prioritize increasing your savings so that you have enough money to pay monthly living expenses and emergencies in order to avoid putting money that you cannot afford to lose. Number 4. Do not solely rely on short-term plans. Sometimes people are too lazy to create long-term plans as they give results after a while. If you try to depend on short-term plans or investments only, the risk will be higher. We will not be in a very financially secure position if we only invest in one business or one industry that gives us short-term benefits. If the worth of that business or firm falls, your investment will be in danger. The longer you keep your money invested, the greater time it may have to grow. Then you'll be able to obtain long-term benefits. Therefore, try to invest in long-term plans after doing your research properly. Sustaining investments for further than a year is part of a long-term investment plan. Such assets like bonds, equities, ETFs, and other investments are part of this strategy. Because long-term investors must be able to accept a certain degree of risk while they wait for larger benefits in the future, they need to be disciplined and patient. Number 3. Do not bury yourself in too much debts. Usually, financial experts advise to invest as well as pay off debt. Both processes should be preceded collaterally. Make an effort to constantly add money to 3 different accounts: retirement, emergency fund, and debt repayment. If you overcommit to investing and simply pay the minimum on your debt, then you can end up spending too much in interest over time, which can limit your capacity to raise a family, do effective investing in the future, or buy a home. However, if you do not invest at all, you risk not achieving your retirement objectives. It's always wise to pay off excess debt as soon as possible to reduce your stress and expenditure on interests. So start planning from today to reduce your debts, stop creating new ones, and clearing off the ones that you already have. Number 2. Do not ever fear to take risks. Investment risk refers to the potential for a loss on your investment. You cannot completely forecast how an investment will continue into your future when you think of spending your initial investment in it. The actual returns of an asset could be greater or less than the income you imagined it would provide. You make money if the actual earnings exceed the anticipated returns. However, you lose money if the actual earnings are less than what was predicted. The risk involved with an investment option increases when the gap between expected income and actual income from it is large. For example, a fixed deposit is an investment with a relatively low income, but also with low risks. In contrast, investing in direct equities of higher risk, but will give you a greater income. There's one more thing you should be aware of before you dismiss risk as an unneeded component of investment. In your financial strategy, taking a calculated risk is a wise move, especially in the long run. Remember that your expected income depends on the risk that you take. Number 1. Do not get deceived. Be safe from scams and cheaters. You can get entrapped in frauds if you're not doing your research before investing. Therefore, do your own digging to fend them off. Requesting additional details or references is not enough, as con artists have no motivation to enlighten you. Spend some time conducting independent research on your own. Also, be on alert and cautious of unauthorized offerings. If you get an unsolicited offer to invest in a firm and see it appreciated online, but cannot locate up-to-date banking details about it from reliable sources, proceed with caution. Think many times before you initiate an investment, because frauds are everywhere. In any case, if you sense that you're in trouble, do not forget to inform the relevant authorities.